Hey everyone, how's it going? I thought I'd start doing some videos here. I've been working on the house that my wife and I took over from my in-laws, and I thought I'd take you guys along and start making videos on what I'm going to be doing to it. Um, and a little backstory on the house is actually my father-in-law's family lived in this house forever. Um, Probably around the early 80s or so, him and his brother bought the house from the people that they rented from. Um, and his family's owned it ever since then. It needs a lot of work, because they never had any money or anything. They just did what they could to keep the house up. So it's pretty rough. He ended up giving it to his mom and dad, him and his brother, and then his brother got it back after his mom went to live with their sister, and he didn't do any help to it either. He didn't take care of it. Had a ton of cats in the house. They destroyed it. Um, Went to the bathroom all over the place, ruined the floors. Uh, so, and then my mother and father-in-law ended up taking it when he moved out and got married, and they owned it. They ended up buying a different house. They couldn't afford both of them, and I had told them, if you can't afford one or the other, let me and my wife know, and I'll take whatever one. So they ended up giving us this house. Plus, my wife wanted this house because she had lost her youngest brother in a car accident. He was my best friend, and this was the last place that he lived. So uh, it's kind of, this place has a lot of sentimental value to both of us because I spent a lot of time here too when I was a kid with him. So uh, it really don't matter to me how much it costs because I just want to save the place from being tore down. So I'll take you through, show you what it looks like. It's a disaster. My mother-in-law is a pack rat, and I have taken, as of right now, seven half dumpsters, the 15-yard ones. Full-size dumpsters, 30 yards. So I can get 15-yard ones. I've taken 7 of them out of this house already. And I have an eighth one sitting right in front of me in the driveway. And it's not even, I've got it almost half cleaned out right now. So um, I'll take you through the house, show you what I'm starting with, and explain what's going on. And then as I go, I'll make videos. I don't know, you know, due to work and everything, uh, I'll put them out when I can, so we're gonna go in, I'll show you, and I'm gonna get to work and clean this place. I have a few days off of work, so I'm gonna spend as much time as I can trying to get the downstairs cleaned out so I can start working on it. So here we go. Get ready for the mess. Alright guys, so we're here at the front door. I'll start from here and work my way through the house. So you come in here, and this is a porch. I cleaned this off about a week ago. There was a path about as wide as that from that bucket to the wall. to get over to this door over here. So I took all that out. And that was the same over here, just junk. I cleaned all this stuff right here, like this junk, all that's going. But, and there's the old wringer washer. I'm gonna keep that. All that stuff goes. And then you go, this is the downstairs kitchen. Sorry about the noise, we're right on the highway. So this is the downstairs kitchen. Sorry about the shaky. This is the downstairs kitchen. This was full of junk too. I cleaned it all out. These are gonna go. That's gonna go. Some other stuff. As you can see, I tore all the, there was, my father-in-law put a bunch of pieced in drywall over there. I just tore it out. And I'm gonna rip this ceiling down and lower it with 2x6s and stuff, and probably get all that old plaster and stuff off and insulate it. Cause I don't know if you can see, but there was a fire in here at one time. That's all burnt. All back, because the stove used to sit right here. There was they had the refrigerator here, and then there was a stove over here, and then they had the washer, I think, over there, and the dryer used to sit over here. And then there was this nasty cabinet right in here that I cut apart as an old china closet, and there's a bunch of canned goods in it, I think from when my wife's grandmother lived here, which was over 10 years ago. They were all rusted and leaking and everything else, and it was coming out the bottom, so I had to throw it out. That's how you get to the backyard right there. And there's a set of steps that go up over here that you can get from the upstairs room. I'll show you. We're gonna up there. This is the dining room. This was full of junk. I cleaned most of it out yesterday. There's still a little bit of stuff in here. Again, my father-in-law patched in drywall over here. As you can see, there's still some left. I ripped all that out. So I replaced that window. It used to be here, and because there was a double window in here at one time, he said, but they ripped it out and put a single window in. So, but he put it over here, so, and I wanted it over here, so I moved it to this side. I had to rebuild all under the window the whole way to the sill, because the sill plates rotted on the side of the house. So I got to redo the whole sill plate there. As you can see, there's a bunch of junk I'll be cleaning up today. The floor is shot in here, as you can see. The cat, there used to be a bed My wife's grandmother's bed sat right here, and after she left, the, her uncle's cats went, he had like 10 of them, and living in this house downstairs, and they just went to the bathroom everywhere, and there was carpet on the floor, and it went through the floor and just rotted it out. As you can see, I almost fell through yesterday. As you can see, this whole section's shot. I gotta put all new. I'm just gonna cut the whole floor out, put new subfloor in. This room, the kitchen, I'll show you that when we go back through. But as you can see, this is a bedroom. The floor like dives off to the left because the foundation fell in. I'll show you that. I gotta lift this side of the house back up in the middle because there's no there's a beam that runs the length of this room, but there's nothing underneath the beam to hold the floor up. So it like bows to the center, and then it's going to the left because the foundation caved in. So I gotta have that. I'm trying to get everything together to fix that. I have most of the stuff, I just haven't had a chance to do it. I have to jack this side of the house back up, but I gotta get something underneath over here because this part of the wall over on here is starting to buckle in. So it's just this section of the house, but this is going to be our son's room once I get it done. This is a bathroom. I can't get in there. There's so much crap in there. And there's a small stand-up shower. And there was a toilet in there. I don't even know if the toilet's still in there or not, but I haven't even got to it yet. This was her grandmother's room. So all this junk here was in that closet. I dug it out last night at about midnight. But there's like a window there. This is the original lath and plaster. This whole room is lath and plaster. It was never touched. So if you look here, I don't know how you can see how far up the door go. You can't shut this door because of I gotta lift the house to get the door to go back into place because it's bowed so much that you can't even shut the door anymore in the center. So I gotta lift it up about an inch or so, probably inch and a half, something like that. I got some stuff I'm gonna put under it to hold it up. This is the living room. The floor's bad in here too. Like right in here, there's a big hole my father-in-law fell through. There used to be a couch that sat right here. And same thing, the cats got under it and went to the bathroom, and there was so much crap under that couch. And there was one that sat where this refrigerator is too, ran the length of that wall. There was so much crap under them couches. When we picked it up, it was full to the springs. They just went under there and just kept going to the bathroom. Surprisingly, this floor over here is fine, but for some reason right in here, the floor, it just ate the floor right out. So that's gotta, I'm gonna rip all this out. But as you can see, this is all junk. This is all my mother-in-law's junk, because she's a hoarder. So that goes to the upstairs. We'll go back through the other way. But this whole floor will be coming out. There's over here, there's like down in here, this is the sills rotted out. So I gotta pull this whole floor out anyway. But as you can see, right where these boards are, there's Luan like this, brown stuff on the floor. That's all that's there under them boards. There's no floor. That's the way it was right. There's a big hole right there in the floor. You can see the insulation. I didn't know that it was just Luan when I first started cleaning. And there was the sink sat right here. I walked over there to pull the sink cabinet, and I about fell through the floor because I didn't know it was just Luan on the floor. So I ripped that up. But from the cats and stuff, you can't get that smell out. So this whole floor's getting ripped out to the studs and getting replaced. So we'll go here, and then we'll go through this door. And that's the living room for downstairs. This is just the hallway. I want to rip this wall out and extend the living room over to the steps and get rid of this. This house is over 100 years old. From what I've been told, is they used to rent rooms out of this house back in the day for people that come in on the railroad. And they used to, well, and then it was an apartment house. And there was the downstairs was an apartment, and then part of the upstairs was an apartment, and the front room was just a room of its own, and the people upstairs had to share the bathroom. So I'll show you how it used to be. When you got to the top of the steps here, this, it's kind of hard to see, but this wall was never here. This was all open when my wife and I were about 19. We moved up here and lived here for a while, and I built this wall because you could just go right, there's a door right here, and then the bathroom's right there behind that wall. And you could just come up the steps and go right into the bathroom. And I didn't want it like that, so I put this wall in. But the people upstairs had to share a bathroom when this was an apartment house. This is the mess. So the majority of this stuff is my mother-in-law's. It was 10 times worse than this. But as you can see, there's crap everywhere. This would be the dining room for the upstairs. Excuse me. And this is the kitchen. That is the attic. We go up into the attic. Some of this over here is my wife and I stuff that we put up here to store, but yeah, this is the upstairs kitchen, and right there's the door for the other set of steps that go down the back. There's the sink and everything. And there's the backyard. It's got a huge backyard. This lot's almost an acre, really close to an acre of land. I can't get over there. There's so much crap. But there's a bedroom there. I don't know if I can turn the light on or not. Let me see. It won't let me. I'd turn on the light. But there's the bedroom. There. That was full the whole way to the door, right to the ceiling. I could only open the door enough to get my arm in there to pull stuff out so I could start pulling the stuff out of there. Over here, I can kind of get to here. Hopefully I don't fall. Ouch. This is the room my wife and I slept in when we lived here. This room, as you can see, the door's taken off the hinges. This room was packed from the door frame back to the wall to the ceiling. That's how much stuff was in here. And I got enough out so that I could get in here and stuff. But there's still so much junk in here. It's unbelievable. Just crap that you know. I admit I keep stuff, but not on this level. And this room was the same way. It was just a path big enough for you to squeeze through the bathrooms right through that door. You could just squeeze through to get into the bathroom. And this is what's left in here. There's still a ton of junk. But I did this room. This room was OSB on the wall, no ceiling before we moved up here. No outlets, no none. I did this, bought all this drywall and did the whole room before me and my wife moved up here. A bunch of junk here. And this is the bathroom up here. And we put this tub in and stuff. I mean, you have to about put your feet in the tub to take a crap. You know, I don't know why they'd put a huge window in where you sit on the toilet. But there's no sink in here. There's not enough room for one. But that's pretty much the house. We'll go back downstairs. All the windows are going to be replaced. I started with a couple downstairs. A lot of these windows, like this one here, that's just a storm window. There's no inner window. The 2 bedrooms downstairs, they're just storm windows. You know, no inner window. So they all need replaced. These windows are huge. They're like 65 inches tall. So I had to, I'm putting shorter windows in. They're a little bit wider than what was in there, but they're shorter, so I like these. It's kind of hard to see with the sun coming through the window, but so we'll go back in here. I'll take you back this way. This is how you get into the basement. Here's that other set of steps that goes up to the kitchen upstairs. This floor is freaking scary in here. This is even worse going out on here. You don't take your life in your own hands. Ooh, that ain't good. Hopefully I don't buy the farm here. Okay. So this is why you have gutters on your house. You can see there's no gutter there. All the rain from the roof runs right here at the foundation, and this is what happens. The water runs down by the foundation, and winter time, freeze thaw, it busts your foundation, caves it in. If you have a house without gutters, put gutters on it. You won't have this problem. My other house has the same thing going on. Not as bad as this, but as you can see, the walls tipping in there. This was all sandstone at one time, and then they took it out and put brick in there for some reason. But as you can see, I got a bunch of brick there and stuff. That's got to all go in here. Then it's dug out right here. My father-in-law he wanted to dig this all out, and this ground under here so hard you can't even dig it. We got to about right here, and that was it. It had took us years to dig it. So, but this has to get done. This actually never had a foundation under it. This was all open. This part was actually the office for when it was They rented rooms out. Where the bathroom is right in there. That was the office when they rented it out. You can see there's the yard. This is the back of the house. You can see and there used to be a huge house right here. They just ripped it down about a month and a half ago. There was a store like right there by the is right on the sidewalk. There is a store and a big huge house, and the roof actually in the back of it overhung our house. I don't know, it's pretty hard to see with the sun, but here's this side. I put that window in right there. I put this window in, that window in. I'm gonna rip that off. The hole's still there where the window was. I'm gonna put that window back in. I'm gonna rip this window out, put a little bit bigger one in. I want it to match these ones. That window up there's got to be replaced. And we're back to the front. There you have it. There's the tour. As you can see, I got a ton of work to do. Buy 4 more dumpsters full of crap to throw out. Wish me luck. It's gonna be a long one. Have a good one. I'll make videos as I can. Later. Bye.